All right. So algebra functions. When we say algebra, what we mean is operations. What are the things that you can do? It's like the rules. For example, if you play football, you have certain rules. Or you play baseball, there are certain rules that are allowed. There are valid moves and invalid moves. So there are a set of operations that you can and cannot perform. So to start the story, we go back to numbers. What are the operations you can perform on numbers? Well, there's a whole bunch, right? And very, very complicated ones. But the most elementary operation is addition, right? That's the only operation we have. If you invert addition, you get subtraction. If you do multiple additions, you get products. And if you invert product, you get division. So we can call these four operations elementary: addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. The question is, can these be performed on functions? If so, how? Well, what are functions? Functions are relations between numbers, right? Which means functions are just a set of numbers. Instead of talking about one number, you're talking about a collection of numbers. So whatever is true for numbers is going to be true for functions as well. So yes, we can perform and in the exact same way. Let's pick this example where I have two functions. So I'm using two variables, f and g, x plus 1 and x minus 2. Addition would be just add those expressions. X plus x is 2x, 1 minus 2 is negative 1. Subtraction is just subtract them, but remember when you subtract, you have to distribute the negative. So negative x and negative times negative 2 becomes a positive 2. The x's cancel out and you are left with 3. Product, remember distribution, right? So first term into the first and the second, second term into the first and the second. And then you do some um, algebra and you get the expression. Division, well, just divide. Here's a concept check for you. What's the domain of this function? Try it out. Um, Now, notationally, because it works so nicely, the addition can also be written as addition of the function. So what we read this as f plus g of x, right? So the sum of functions is the same as the function of the sum, right? Similar with subtraction, multiplication, division. So that's it. It's pretty simple. The same as when you work with numbers. So this is just a way of making more complicated functions with existing functions, which is going to be the fundamental idea behind this entire course. So we're going to start with very basic ideas. We're going to build them up and see what levels of complexity are possible for us to add into it in order to expand our knowledge of working with them. So that's the end of week one material. If there are other things that come up and I need to put in more materials, you will see that in the Google Classroom. Also, a reminder, you have the study hall on Friday between 9 and 1 p.m. It's for all the classes I teach, so you can walk in whenever you want, ask questions, and leave. If those times don't work for you and you still have questions, there's email. You can set up appointments for individual meeting on Zoom.